pretty quantum babble bullshitty thing, but this is pretty fucking severe, like severity of gravity type. There's some weight to it, to me. And it's kind of like, okay, I nuts, that's crazy. But I was watching Groucho Marx yesterday, and who do I see? I see Bill Cosby. I see Woody Allen in Groucho Marx's face, and I'm like, totally. These guys are totally love each other, or know they like are each other. They're like a hologram of each other, and they appreciate each other, and they understand each other, or vice versa, or whatnot. And I was looking at the way Marx is, and he presents himself, and he talks like he's just so relaxed. He's just so in control. He laughs about the funny stuff. He talks about how he's a goof, or how he doesn't like people, but he makes it so it sounds like he does, or whatever. He's a very, very clever man. He's very funny. He's very interesting. And then he talked about the other guy, Gaucho or whatever, and he was cool too. He was saying how cool I got. I haven't seen this since I was little. I wanted to invest some time in Metropolis, but I was like, I don't want. I get it, Last time I saw Metropolis, I had an out-of-body experience of a girl in the moonlight, and it was like some monocle. It was like the steampunk world that I was living in, and I was like, okay, I got it. I got you, Metropolis. I'll just leave you guys alone. But my mother and my father were right, man. There's no one like that. Your Christian Bales and your whatever. I don't even know. They aren't even real actors anymore. There aren't any real movies anymore. The only thing you can find is a real movie. And like the older actors, guys like John Goodman and Turturro, and De Niro's always just De Niro, but he's great. I mean, you give him the best movie he'd ever done, and he would do the best movie you've ever seen. But I agree. I think, but everybody gets typecasted. Just like people don't want to get typecasted. Like all of that, and it's like maybe it's Hollywood just needs to fucking take a rest. Like maybe you guys look tired. Maybe you guys should go to sleep, lay down, and let us take over. Because I want to make movies, and I think that if I submitted a movie to Hollywood, they would be like, but what about? And I'd be like, no, there is no what about. Just buy. I'll go do it, I guess, on my own. Because there is no what about. There is no, well, what are you thinking? Oh, how can we tailor your vision to suit everyone's needs? You don't. Whoever likes it, enjoys it. It has nothing to do with money. It has to do with the enjoyment of it. And then when you enjoy it for the reasons you enjoy it for, maybe you see it another time in your life and be like, oh, I get it. So the guy switched it, whatever. Whatever the switch. I mean, they even tried with Inception. I thought that was stupid. That's just like a stupid movie. It's just stupid stuff. And like, oh, what? Oh, I get it. You just flip it, you turn it on. I didn't even see it. I don't even want it. Same with Matrix. Watered down Ghost in the Shell. Watered down anything that anime has ever put down. Just totally watered down and totally cheesy, and just like, I like the idea of Keanu Reeves. Like, as a person, I heard he's a great person. I didn't think he's loved. He's a lovely person. I'm sure he's an amazing person. I'm sure he's a great musician. I'm sure he's a golden-hearted, angel. But I'm not thinking he's a good actor. Him and Richard Gere in a movie about spelunking, and they don't know how to go to sleep, like next to each other. That's not good acting. It's very bad acting. It's very bad. But I guess it's just tell shit the way it is to me, at the moment. For me, I just want to make movies and make music. And I'm not doing any of that. I'm carrying water and chopping wood, apparently. That's what that lady told me, and I was like, oh, it's a good saying. It's like, after you know that saying, you can't unknow that saying. And you're like, oh, I see what. So then you devise your own way into that saying. Whether that's like a, you could say it's like the philosopher's stone, the concept of that. Uh, you can harness something. I believe a friend of mine. I have to give her a call. I haven't gotten in touch with her. Met her on a plane. Her name is Lori Singer, which is funny. Her name is Singer. She reminded me of a bunch, not a bunch, because that's not a word. D is, you want to put a B in front of the unch part and become a bunch. She reminded me of a bunch of people, and I don't know. She just reminded me of a bunch of people, and it like sparked something. And then we're talking about this thing. I had the video. I'll play the video. I should call her, but I think that she should care. But I'll play the video, I think. But Hollywood needs to go to bed. Everyone needs to just tell them it's time for bed, Hollywood. You did your thing. Video games took over already. Deal with that. No one cares that the shitty movies in 3D, and unless, like Leonardo DiCaprio is, having sex with, someone's grandmother, and she really likes that. Maybe that would be maybe a good start to have like holographic relations with movie stars, and they would kind of feel it, and they'd be like, oh, well, I get what this empathy thing is, because we're monsters and we're machines. But no, that's not true. That's not true. That's nice. That wasn't mean. That was very nice. And it was very mean. It was very nice at all. So I found these guys. If they mean anything to anybody, tell me. Because I like them. So I found them. I didn't know what I was doing with them. I just knew that they were there. And I was like, those guys are cool. I'm going to grab them. Maybe I'll work on a project or something. I don't know. I don't know. I really feel like I need to work on lots of projects. Just lots of nice little projects to keep my mind busy. Like, oh, I'm going to glue together this thing with my friend's name on it because I like my friend. And that's why when you get sent away, you do lots of projects. Ghosts real? You betcha. Do aliens exist? They sure do. Are they more of like the way the Italian space movie saw it as a peripheral being? It very well may be. But I will say this. It's never not the world of the worlds. It just never isn't. These are always nothing to do with the government. The government's fine. There's nothing wrong with Texas. It's you I'm worried about. That statement will ring through the annals of time in my head in that way. There's nothing wrong with the government. There's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. Everything is straight. Everything is good. Everything is all good. Is that the way you guys, is that the way people say stuff? It's all good. Everything's decent. Everything's decent, No, everything's really, really, really pretty mediocrely common and good. And they're trying to do something, but they're like, people, they're lucky. They're lucky that people don't pay attention for a certain reason. And I think they know what I mean. They're lucky. Whoever it is, you guys are lucky that they don't pay attention. Because you get away with a lot of stupid things, and you mess up and right in front of them. It's like doing a magic trick and dropping the main things, and you're like, and then no one cares. No one cares because somebody's looking at a bald Britney Spears and someone's relating because she felt bad that Britney Spears now, used to not have hair, now she has no hair or whatever, and she's upset about something, and then people relate to that, and they're completely and utterly, insanely distracted. And there's a lot of other things going on. I'm not even. I don't believe in conspiracies. I don't believe in any of it. I think it's all kind of just like it's a game, man. Life's a highway. Life's a highway. I want to ride it all night long. You know what I'm saying? If you're going my way, I don't really know the lyrics to that song, but it's totally true. I don't even like that song, but it's just being silly. It's totally true. It doesn't, none of it, man. That's why everything is just so, like, oh, one of those people that just, it's you. You're the one who's fucked up. Today, it was me. I was totally horrible. I was the worst person in the world. I was completely, I'm thinking about shaving my head and being like bad, bad monster animal thing or whatever. Getting in trouble, but then I saw, I think I want to keep the mustache because, seeing a guy like Groucho and seeing a kind of gentleman like that who, now I know why people admire him so much. He's such a together person. Such a together person from just, I'm sure after the fact. I'm sure when he was doing it, he was a fucking absolute maniac. And, but he wasn't like an adulteress, and if he was shitty at it from what it seemed like, or at least he kind of, because he was talking to the other guys like they were the ones that were just getting all the girls and all the attention and all like the fun, and like everybody was like, they still were doing it, I'm sure, when they were young, but he was referring, he was alluding to the fact that he wasn't really like that. I will tell you this.
The Air Force is fake.